This video started off as a fairly standard unboxing video on Saffron, but through no fault of my own, it has metastasized into a full-blown mini documentary. So watch on for fun facts and interesting tips on where to procure saffron inexpensively. Saffron is an extremely versatile, pungent spice that has enjoyed 3,500 years of cultivation. Originating from a wild precursor in Central Asia, like so many other revolutionary things, horses, Huns, recurved bows, Mongols. Saffron is the extra-long stamen of a specific cultivar of crocus, the Crocus sativa. Used across the millennia as a medicine, dye, charm, and fragrance, it has a fascinating history. For instance, it was the mythical dyestuff of choice for the garments of ancient Greek muses, and Alexander the Great was known to have bathed in saffron-infused water and address his battle wounds in it, which may have actually been effective. Saffron is actually quite potent. In ancient Persia, it was given out at festive parades and utilized as an incense. Likewise, in ancient Rome, it was employed to scent public spaces and was also used to decorate the marriage bed because of its potency, giving rise to the Latin adage, dormivit in sacco croci, he slept in a bed of saffron. In the Middle Ages and across Europe and the Middle East, people explored the full range of saffron's properties, incorporating it into dishes as a vibrant food dye, transforming it into a pigment for illumination, and leveraging its medicinal properties. The medieval health manual Taquinum Sanitatis describes it as being warm and dry, yea for humoral medicine, and claims that it is good for chills of the brain, which provides an interesting visual, as well as for the heart. Interestingly, the 120-something active compounds in saffron have actually been shown to be therapeutic for neurodegenerative diseases and cardiovascular issues. So medieval people may have actually gotten this one right, unlike some of their bizarre theories about female reproductive systems. Most bizarrely, perhaps, it was once even utilized as an attempted form of execution. There was a saying in Mughal India that eating saffron makes one laugh, and if one eats too much, one laughs so much that one is in danger of laughing oneself to death. In 1626, the dangerously inquisitive Mughal Emperor Jahangir decided to engage in a little hard scientific research to test whether this legend was true, an early form of big pharma research, if you will. He administered a large quantity of saffron to a prisoner sentenced to death, without success. On the next day, when he had twice as much saffron administered to the poor man, it still failed to lead to the anticipated result. No report of what happened thereafter, whether the poor man turned yellow or if other things exuding from him did. In any case, modernly used to flavor and color dishes across the world, saffron is now one of the most expensive foodstuffs in the world by weight, with quality saffron costing up to $10,000 per kilogram. So, obviously, as an avid cook of dishes medieval to modern, I'm always on the lookout for a good bargain on quality spice. And here is what I found. It's this cute little box. Costco has a lot of items that are only available on their online platform. And they're usually available, yes, at a very good price. So, this is saffron that I ordered. It is Spanish saffron. Look at that. Look at this jar. Holy cow, that's huge. That's absolutely massive. Let's see. So we've got 3 of these little bottles. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. Never received this before. From Certified Laboratories, a certificate of analysis that actually shows the breakdown of the contents that were tested from presumably this batch. Wow. That's one very firm way to confirm the veracity of the contents. So why this is actually important is that there's a lot of fraudulent saffron out there, a lot of saffron that pretends to be and definitely is not. Usually it comes in the form of marigold blossoms. So you'll actually get marigold petals instead of saffron being passed off. They have nothing like the taste or the smell or the color of actual saffron. So this is, I wasn't expecting a certificate of analysis. Crocin, picrocrocin, and saffronol. I'm assuming saffronol must be the active component of saffron that makes it, imparts its saffron quality. Ooh. Even comes with a storage and care card, Store in a cool, dry, dark place like a pantry or wine cellar. Keep it in an airtight container. Avoid excessive light and heat. That goes for most of your foodstuffs. Most foodstuffs, most natural compounds do not respond well to heat and light. A simple storage option is to wrap the provided jar with foil to block light exposure. Well, I mean, you could waste metal foil that way, but you could also just use fabric or put it in a box. I mean, okay, I guess sustainability is not a concern for them. Oh yeah, so it also comes with some usage tips. Less is more, a pinch will go a long way. That's true. This is something that everyone should keep in mind. For saffron to be really effective, you actually do need moisture to release its essence, which it actually says here. And then this actually provides the best way, according to them, to extract flavor is to soak the threads in hot, not boiling liquid for 5 to 20 minutes. That's actually pretty on par with my own experience. If you boil, there's something magic or devilish about boiling, the boiling point. And because at the boiling point or above the boiling point, certain key chemical compounds that impart flavor and nutrients, micronutrients mostly, start to break down. And so things start to taste less and they actually become less nutritious. So, good note, do not use boiling liquid. As the saffron soaks, you'll notice the distinctive aroma indicating that your saffron is ready to infuse your dish. Add both the saffron and the liquid to your recipe. And in fact, this is my method for using saffron all the time now. What I like to do is grind it up actually in my mortar and pestle, which of course keeps the temperature of grinding lower than, say, if you were to use some kind of electrically powered motor to grind your saffron. And then add liquid and let it soak. Sometimes milk, sometimes water, sometimes broth, depends on what I'm cooking. So if your recipe calls for milk, then decoct the saffron in your milk. If your recipe calls for broth, decoct it in the broth, etc. I think you can extrapolate from there. And it actually mentions the quality assurance statement here. Lab tested for potency and purity in the USA. This spice exceeds the ISO standard for ultra premium quality. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and put on this. Ooh, wow. That is deeply red. These threads are very large. I mean, not appropriately large, they're not. I have no concern about them being miracle petals, but oh my, what a powerful deep flavor. Oh yes. So this is 14 grams of saffron, I believe, even though it doesn't say it. When I ordered it, it was 14 grams. It certainly feels like 14 grams. Oh, there it is. Net weight, 14 grams. Yep. So to give you a point of comparison, I paid $60 for this jar of 14 grams. Whereas 1 gram of saffron at Costco, different smaller amounts of packaging from Spain also, costs $15. So this is 14 grams for $60. So that is significant savings. And as really, this will keep for a very long time as long as you keep it in a cool, dark, dry place and, you know, protect it from light exposure, which I suppose is under the heading of dry. Yeah. Anyway, so if you are looking for deals such as this and you use saffron in large quantities the way I do, I recommend highly checking out Costco's website because, as I said, they do have online offerings that are not available in any of their warehouses. And if it is an online item only, then shipping and handling is included in the price. So in this case, I'm pretty certain I actually ordered 5 of these, but I could also just be misremembering that. Actually, I sort of hope I didn't order 5 of them because this is a lot of saffron. I could actually dye. There's enough here to actually dye fabric. Saffron actually traditionally has been used to create a very rich yellow dye stuff. I know it looks red, but when you soak it, you'll see what actually comes out is a yellow dye stuff, and it produces a gorgeous color, a gorgeous shade of yellow. Works really well on linen. I haven't personally tried it on silk, but I could actually use not even all of this to dye a lot of fabric. That really rich shade of yellow. Okay, well, this has been your unboxing session for the day. I hope you walk away with some useful tidbits of information. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you would like to support more such content, please do feel free to subscribe to my Patreon channel. Link below. Okay, happy cooking.